Everyone, this is Chala, the CEO and founder of the Repositioning Expert. I have a very funky background going on with, it's like really gotten dark because it's 4:30 right now in Toronto. I'm doing Tuesday tea time with Chala. It's usually much earlier. And this is kind of like not tea time. It's actually kind of creeping into dinner time. I'm just going to shut down my mail. I had to take the little guy to the ortho because he had a little ortho emergency, and we are back. We are live. Tomorrow I'm about to pick up my dream car. I'm so excited. We emptied out all the garbage from the car, which, was another dream car. And, it served its purpose for all these years, drove me through a lot of life changes. And, I guess I'm getting kind of like nostalgic about saying goodbye to my car, but the dream car is waiting. So it's like, oh, it's so exciting. These are exciting times, you guys. Okay. So now, what did COVID do to B2B buying? So this is just fascinating. I saw a study today, and it was conducted by a company who it's called qualified.com, and you can look at their website about this latest B2B buyer research. It's fascinating. I've just been hired to do this topic. What do corporate buyers want in the future? And so I'm doing a little bit more research about it to put together what I'm going to present. So this comes very handy when I'm doing Tuesday tea time, because I want to share some of these findings with you. So a decade in a year is what one tech industry analyst is calling what the pandemic did, because it changed behaviors for both business to consumer and for both consumers and businesses so quickly, especially in the tech and digital area, that people had to change so quickly. And what would have taken a decade happened in a year because of the pandemic. So that's what a decade in a year, I love that saying. And some of those changes are sticking. So here are some of the interesting, top line of the research, and then I'll give you some more data about it. So the number one thing that B2B buyers now want after, the pandemic is personalization. So 72% expect you, the vendor, to have a deep knowledge of their industry and their pain. So you need to not only be pumping out content and reaching out to them with messaging that talks specifically to their industry needs and to their actual problem. You need to be doing it even more now, because they are expecting a personalized approach. And I actually, when I did several weeks ago, I did this, the Tuesday tea time on ABM, which is account-based marketing. And that's exactly what that is. When you are shock and awe, targeting exactly to one account's needs and one account's language and into their world. So personalization is huge. So while 72% of buyers expect this, guess how many say that they don't get it? 72% expect it, 76% say they're not getting it in the current buying. So there is a huge opportunity for vendors and us to be customizing and personalizing our message and our marketing and the whole buying process for them. The number two trend that has changed because of the COVID era of buying is it's really self-serve on their own terms. So buyers, B2B buyers, very similar to now B2C buyers, want to do self-serve. 87% want self-serve, especially on the digital mediums. They want to do either a part of or the entire buying journey on their own. So what that means is you have to automate part of your purchasing, or You have to pump up the content so that they can educate themselves more on what you offer. And also review sites now gain more importance because peer reviews, in all the trust research was found to be way more important than anything that was generated by the company's own marketing, advertising, or press. So that's the trend number 2 in what changed, what happened, what COVID did to B2B buying was the self-service. Trend number 3 is that there is what they're looking for. The B2B buyers are looking for trusted vendors on demand, on their demand. Now you're saying, how's that different? But now they're looking for a quicker turnaround to be able to access the kind of information and to be able to access the actual buying party much faster. So 88% buy only when the sales rep is seen as a trusted advisor. That is a staggering number. Now, how do you make someone a trusted advisor? Again, it's your content. It's got to be either your content or your marketing. You have to position yourself as a thought leader. You have to get out there and either speak, or you have to do webinars, or you have to do executive roundtables, or you have to blog, or you have to do some form of masterclass or education. You have to position your content as a thought leader, and that's when you become a trusted advisor. Trust begins before they meet you. Now, only 20% of the buying decision is on price or the product or the service. So companies who've been touting, we have the best price, we have the best product, we have the best service. Well, guess what? Nobody's buying based on that anymore. Only 20%, 80% are buying on the customer experience. So whether they know you, whether it's online, whether it's offline, whether it's before they meet you, whether it's through your content, it is all about the experience that you're offering them, right? So, yeah, it's shocking, and it's going to stay. It's all about the experience. So the 4th trend to come out on B2B buying after the pandemic is the rise of live and chat video. Get this, over 3/4 of buyers prefer electronic transactions, rise and of live and chat video versus human in-person, face-to-face. So if that's still your preference, you are like gonna be gone with the dinosaurs, unfortunately, because you have to embrace it and you have to get comfortable in it and you have to adapt all of your content and all of your business to it, because the millennials have always preferred it that way. But what this research showed and found was that even the older buyers are mimicking millennials in this trend. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? But I mean, the reasons are, safety and travel, saving on the travel time, and also saving all the costs. And it's just more convenient. So the 5th and last trend that was featured in this report was that sales are bigger in size, but they're slower. So 60 bigger in size in terms of buying group. So 61% of buyers have 61% buyers have more people in their buying group to make a decision with. So that's a lot more people, which slows down the process. And then 3 out of 4 spend more time researching after COVID than before. And it could all be because everything is digitalized. It could all be because they no longer have that face-to-face, and it could be because they have more time. It could be because there's more at stake. Whatever it is, deals are taking longer, and they have to go through more buying decision makers. So all of that indicates that you have to do things you have to do things strategically. You have to target very carefully. You have to research like crazy and find out what their pain is. And then you have to put your marketing and messaging plan out there in a way that definitely speaks to that pain and positions you as that trusted advisor, mainly through online means and through the live chat and the video and everything else that you can offer even before the buying journey. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. I mean, I know I can barely see you. It's so dark and there's like shadows everywhere. But I thought this was really useful. I'm definitely going to use some of these findings and these stats in my presentation. And there you go. You can use it in yours, and hopefully it'll help you sell more to corporations and corporate buyers. Until next week, everyone, take care.